Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, here we are, right? Apparently Sucker Punch is back in the news, as well as Bethesda, as you can see on your screen here, right? For the wrong reasons, right? So, this happens after the death of Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You know, it is crazy what happened. And to him, and especially after the rumors that I'm hearing that his family was in attendance, absolutely insane. You know, you don't have the right to determine whether a person should live or not. Just because you don't agree with his views in life, you don't have that right to do that. Only God has that right. God is the only one that can judge us. Okay? You don't have that right. So, with that being said, we getting into this topic here, with the whole freedom of speech thing. Yes, you can say what you want to say, but that don't mean that consequences aren't gonna come afterwards. All right? So, I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, but it's freedom of speech, blah blah blah." Okay, fine. She said what she said. But the consequences, now you want to also be, telling people that she shouldn't have been fired or whatever the case because it's freedom of speech. No, freedom of speech does not mean that there won't be consequences afterwards. It does not mean that. Right? So, anyways, here we got Drew, which was a senior developer at Sucker Punch. He has now been fired. Allegedly, she has been fired now, right? A senior developer means at that company at Sucker Punch, she's held to high standards. She has a big role in this company. She's also mentoring the younger ones coming up behind her. That is her role as a senior developer, right? She's supposed to be teaching these younger ones the way, how to do certain things, right? So anyways, this is her official Blue Sky account, and this is what she had to say after the death of Charlie Kirk. I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro got his back. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And you know what bothers me? How I'm seeing so much divide in the world as far as this situation goes. How you will be thinking if this situation happened to somebody that is the one thing that changes everything. That changes everything. Because when it happens to somebody that's close to you, a family member or such, you're gonna start thinking about the situation totally different. But it's because it didn't happen to somebody that you know. That's why people are so split in this situation. Because what are you gonna say if it happened to a loved one of yours? Oh, but he was just being this. Oh, but it don't matter if we didn't agree. I didn't agree with much of his political views, but that doesn't mean that he had to be gunned down or whatever. You will be saying the same exact thing. So now these PlayStation fanboys want content creators to keep their mouth shut and keep politics out of the gaming community when their own developers and game studios are the ones bringing the situation to us. It makes no sense how y'all want us to be quiet about this situation when they are the ones talking about it. They brought this into the gaming community. So now we got to respond. For every action, there's a reaction. That's just how it goes. This is how it goes. And I'm so glad that I took a step back from this whole, I took on my fanboy glasses off, right? And finally started seeing the world, the gaming community for what it is. I got studios from both sides. I got Bethesda here. I got Sucker Punch here. We all know what Sucker Punch has been doing. We all see, the hirings of the lead actress, what he stands for. We all seen the hiring of the two lead writers for the Ghost of Yote, which they were formerly the lead writers of Dragon Age: The Veilguard. We saw what happened with that game. We see all the controversy behind that game, right? So Sucker Punch kind of has that reputation now, as far as you know, having this political standing point, as far as what they're trying to get us, what their point that they're trying to make, I should say, basically, right? And now we also got Bethesda. They have put their foot down, and they are now showing us what they believe in. And as you can see here, this is from Indiana Jones. Shout outs to Grums on Twitter. This is the official quote from Indiana Jones. He says, "You don't care much about these fascists, do you?" And this is the official clip. Let me just show you this clip real quick, okay? So you can hear him. This is just a picture here. The actual video's here. Okay, here it is, okay?
Nice place. You don't care much about these Nice place. You don't care much about these fascists, do you?
Bethesda decides to post this on their Twitter account, mocking Charlie Kirk's death. You know, it's so crazy to me how, this is coming from, first of all, from a studio in Bethesda on their official Twitter account, bro. And then we have a senior developer at Sucker Punch making comments like this. This is not let's just say, because I know people are saying, oh, it's just one person out of hundreds who've worked on the game and we shouldn't be penalizing. Well, guess what? If Sucker Punch was to come out and actually make a statement, then we could have a conversation. If PlayStation was to actually come out and make a statement, then we could have a conversation. But the fact is that they haven't. And that says a lot. Why haven't these people come out and made an official statement about this happening here? This is big. This is not nothing small. This is not like, and not to discredit them, right? This is not like a QA tester making comments like this, where you could just be like, oh, that's just a QA tester, whatever. He's not a developer, whatever. You could have made an argument with that, right? This is a senior developer. She's sitting high up in the chair in Sucker Punch. Okay? Her voice matters. She's the lead character designer of the game. So you think about it. That PlayStation and Sucker Punch have yet to make an official statement. All you see fanboys is talking about brush it off and go about their day and start talking about console sales numbers and this, that, and the third. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And here is Bethesda doing the same exact thing. So with that, I tell you this. If it ain't pro-consumer, then we should not care for it. We got to look at certain situations. And real quick, before I forget, people will boycott and not buy a Borderlands game because it's poorly optimized and talk trash about it. This, that, and the third. Rightfully so. Okay? Rightfully so. But then we'll turn around and go ahead and look at something like this and be like, oh, that doesn't matter. I'm still buying the game. Because it all comes down to, apparently your favorite corporation. Whether it's PlayStation or Xbox or whatever it might be. That's what it really comes down to. You're willing to give some breathing room to the corporation that you're most associated with, as opposed to something else that you really don't care for. You can make all the excuses in the world for something that you really, don't care too much for. But when it comes to your preferred platform, listen, you're willing to give that a lot of breathing room. It got to be something major for you to say, you know what? I'm taking a stance right here. I'm not doing it. We all see what happens. And this is the thing that bothers me. We all see what happens when you make a stance. We seen it with Helldivers 2 with the Steam community. We seen it with Stop Killing Games. They have now crossed 1.4 million signatures. They taking that to court. They standing on business over there. We saw it with the Outer Worlds 2, right? When it was $80 originally, and people started talking, and they brought that price down to $70. They see when your voice is being heard, when you're speaking out on things, and you're coming together, and you letting it be known, like, yo, don't come out here with $80 because we're not buying it. Don't come out here doing all this PSN account after 3 months of launch when you didn't tell us anything, because we're going to drop the game. But you see, PlayStation, they know their fanboys. They know them. They're, oh, we got them. Don't worry about it. Well, they're going to buy up everything. We don't need... The fact that these people are so comfortable that they don't even need to talk, make a statement to as far as what Drew had to say, is crazy to me, bro. The fact that they even feel like they don't even need to do showcases for you or nothing is crazy to me. But you know what? It's what the fans of PlayStation have accustomed them to do. That's what it is, because they know at the end of the day, you're going to buy everything up anyway. What is the point of you complaining when you're going to turn around and buy every single thing that these people come out with? That don't make no sense. But anyways, that's another story for another day. Because I got content coming out on that as well. With these fanboys. I'm sick and tired of them. These people should be making a stance, but whatever. Anyways, to wrap this up, because I don't want to make this too long, it was absolutely disgusting what happened to Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace. And as far as these companies go, man, they don't care about you, bro. All they care about is the money, the dollar signs. Okay, that's what matters to them. So I don't care what these companies do, whatever it is. If it ain't pro-consumer, if I don't feel like I need to be buying the game, I'm not gonna be up here. I gotta buy it so I could show everybody that I'm not doing none of that. If I don't feel like buying the game, I don't feel like, if I see something wrong, with the company or whatever it is, if I don't want to do anything, I'm not gonna do it. If it's not benefiting me, the consumer, I don't care for it. Point blank, period. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation down below in the comment section. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy, the gifted one here, people, and I'm gone.